It's a brand new day, we fly onwards. It's a brand new sun, bringing the peace to our hearts. It's a brand new day, we fly onwards, fly away. We never fall, we are standing. Here we are still standing. Still we stand, we stand the pain again. We straight from our lives, from this world, just to know again. We make a statement on this white flag. We're making a statement on this white flag. We're making a statement on this white flags.
Was White Flags by ANNALYNN. I'm just going to quickly run you through the preset I created for this. It's a very simplistic preset, so it's not going to be a very thorough explanation because there's not much to explain. But essentially, we've got a noise gate on here. If you're using a different modeler, any noise gate would do. I've just got a moderate noise reduction on here. Does the trick. The song is in drop B, and I did have to learn it by ear. The song's only been out for a few hours. There's no tabs, so I fumbled through it. I think I got the essence of it, but really, I just kind of wanted to get the tone. So it's not a 100% thorough playthrough and 100% accurate, but if you're trying to cover it, hopefully that's kind of helped you kind of work it out. But it's drop B, from what I can hear. I've got the classic tube screamer, overdrive 0, tone at neutral at 5, and level 10 that gives you an EQ and boost. Nothing fancy there, that's what everyone does. We've got an EV50 153, red EL34. The gain's at 6, so just at 1 o'clock. The bass I did not touch, that's at noon. I scooped the mids because this is like a metalcore tone, so scooped the mids out. You got the treble at 6, the presence at 6. I've pushed the resonance up just a little bit more because it lends itself to the sound really well. The master at 5, obviously to taste, but I found 5 on this works really well. I have a plate reverb, which kind of just widens things out a little bit. And you don't have to add this, but I find adding a plate reverb to my heavy tones just gives them a little bit more of a dimension and space and a nicer sound. You can see the mix is very subtle at 14. Anything upwards of 20 is fine, but I find this just kind of is really subtle, but it does kind of color the sound nicely. On the cabinet, we've got a V30 412 cabinet. I'm using the Zilla Custom, and nothing really fancy. Any V30s will do. You can see I'm kind of close to the center of the cone here on the 57. And that just kind of gives you a little bit more aggression and bite. And then on the other mic, on the 160, I'm pulling that to the edge of the cone there, just to kind of give us a little bit more space. And they complement each other really well, so it gives you this aggressive, throaty sound that doesn't sound super hissy. And then I'm doing a high pass at 80 Hertz and a low pass at 8,000, just to clean things up in the low and the high end. Anything above 8,000 you essentially don't want for this type of sound. And then lastly, I'm doing a Graphic 9 EQ, a slight cut at 500 and a slight cut at 2000. Now this is obviously to taste and pickups and stuff, but I found those little modifications just gave me a better sound, and overall I'm really happy with it. So experiment around. If you're using the Quad Cortex, this preset's available up on the cloud, but if you're using a different modeler, hopefully those settings kind of helped you get this sound, and it lends itself really well to metalcore and all that kind of stuff. So play around, explore, and let me know how you go. Thank you.